our relationship, the truth. Now listen, not with your ears alone, but with the quiet place in your heart where honesty lives. Because today I want to speak the truth about our relationship, not the story people see from the outside, not the version others imagine or judge, but the truth that lives between two hearts. Our relationship was never perfect. It was never meant to be. Perfection belongs to dreams, not to real human lives. What we had was something real, something imperfect, sometimes confusing, sometimes beautiful, and truthfully, that is what made it meaningful. Now listen carefully. People often think relationships are simple. They believe love should always be easy, always peaceful, always full of smiles and endless happiness. But real love does not live in fantasy. Real love lives in ordinary days. Days when two people must learn to understand each other. Days when patience is more important than pride. Days when silence can hurt more than loud arguments. Our relationship walked through those days. We had laughter, moments when everything felt light, when the world seemed far away and only our voices mattered. Those moments were real. They were not illusions. But we also had struggles, moments when misunderstandings built walls between us, moments when words came out wrong and silence became heavy, and sometimes we did not know how to fix those moments. But that is the truth of every relationship. Two different hearts learning how to walk on the same road. Now listen, I want to tell you something important. Our relationship was never a mistake. Even the difficult parts had meaning. Every conversation, every disagreement, every moment of distance taught us something. It taught us how fragile human feelings can be. It taught us how powerful words can be. And it taught us that love is not only about happiness, love is also about growth. Sometimes we hurt each other without meaning to. Sometimes our fears speak louder than our kindness. Sometimes pride builds barriers where understanding should live. But none of those things erase the truth. The truth is we cared. We cared enough to stay connected. We cared enough to feel deeply. Indifference is the real opposite of love. And we were never indifferent. Our hearts were always involved. Now listen again. Many people believe relationships must last forever to be meaningful, but that is not always true. Some relationships teach us lessons. Some relationships help us grow. Some relationships enter our lives to change the direction of our journey. And even if time changes the form of that connection, the experience remains valuable. Our relationship was a chapter filled with emotions, lessons, and memories. A chapter that shaped who we are today. Maybe we did not understand everything at the time. Maybe we expected too much from each other. Maybe we forgot how important patience can be. But none of that erases the moments when our hearts truly connected. I remember the conversations, the laughter that appeared suddenly, the moments when silence felt peaceful instead of uncomfortable. Those memories are real and they deserve respect. Now listen, the truth about relationships is rarely simple. Two people carry different pasts, different fears, different dreams about the future. Sometimes those differences create distance. Sometimes they create strength, but they always create lessons. And the lesson our relationship gave me is something I will never forget. It taught me that caring about someone is both beautiful and fragile. Beautiful because it allows two hearts to share warmth. Fragile because it requires constant understanding. Without understanding, even strong feelings can slowly fade. But even when things change, respect should remain because every meaningful relationship deserves dignity. Our story deserves dignity. Now listen one last time. I am not speaking to blame anyone, not you, not myself. Life is more complicated than simple blame. We are all learning as we walk through time. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail. But every experience shapes the person we become. And our relationship was one of those experiences. It taught me patience. It taught me reflection. It taught me how deeply human hearts can feel. And for that, I carry gratitude. Even if life moves us in different directions, the truth remains. We shared something real, something honest, something that existed beyond appearances, and that truth will always remain part of my story. So now, after everything I have said, listen carefully to the final truth. Our relationship was never about perfection. It was about two hearts trying to understand each other in a complicated world. And even if the road did not lead exactly where we expected, the journey itself still mattered because every step we took together became part of the story of our lives. And stories like that should never be forgotten.